ready to have that big-ass chariot race here on this double-toasted movie review extravaganza. It just don't sound the same when everybody's gone.
Yeah, it's a little empty.
I know.
There we
go. Oh, shit, there it goes. And
Over here,
I got Pops and Junior.
the time-traveling duo over
yeah. Man, y'all,
This is
embarrassing.
I know this is really embarrassing.
I mean, I know this is an old joke, but really, did y'all really fucking call each other? This is a setup. Is this a setup for me?
No, not at all.
Somebody didn't tell me. I didn't get the memo. It's Plaid Day.
Yeah.
But black and white and gray.
Black
plaid,
and white and gray Plaid Day. I wish y'all could see this for those who are listening. They are dressed alike, man. Seriously.
We got to go to a parent-teacher meeting after this, man.
He's got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt underneath.
Yeah. You probably got one too. You just didn't open yours up.
That's Green Lantern. That's not even front.
I feel like I could.
It just makes him that much more my kid that he has on a TMNT shirt underneath and a baseball cap backwards.
It's like you're the mature plaid shirt and he's the child plaid shirt. I feel like I could accessorize and like trade shit with y'all like a Mr. Potato Head. Like I could take your beard and put it on Martin, put his hat on you.
There'll be that point where I reveal to him that I'm him from the future.
Oh, yeah.
I've come back to watch over myself.
Oh, we've already talked about that.
Don't hang out with Coleman anymore. It's bad news. Got it.
One more year and that's it.
I'll send Martin back to destroy himself. Oh, but people, welcome to the show. Tonight we have, oh my God, it is such an extravaganza here tonight. Count them. We have one movie to do tonight. Ben-HUR. And been there too, Martin. Been working on it all day.
I knew it.
All day long. 6 in the morning, I got a been there. But a lot of you know about this film that's come out right now, Ben-HUR. And a lot of people are upset, especially all you film snobs out there, you cinephiles out there.
Or all you decent people.
And yeah, y'all are saying, how dare they remake a classic film such as Ben-HUR? People know the 1959 William Wyler movie starring Charleston Heston. Goddamn you, Charleston Heston. Here's the thing. All y'all sitting up here talking about how dare they remake that classic. Well, a lot of people don't know. Back in 1925, they also had another Ben-HUR, a silent classic. And this one, back in that day, look at those effects right there. Oh my God.
It's cutting edge right there.
They spared no expense.
Billions.
Them high-tech special effects back then.
James Cameron on this.
The James Cameron, George Lucas of that day.
You sure it's not Leica Studios?
It was working on that shit. So, look, come on, let's be fair. This whole remake thing, people, it's just cool to say, I don't want to see no remakes. How dare they do that? That's just a cool thing to say. They've been doing remakes for the longest time. They're not the first one. 10 Commandments, another history epic from its time, also had another remake at the day. Even as much as I don't like Exodus, Gods and Kings, these things are cyclical. They remake each other all the time. That's one thing I will be fair about. So to sit up here and complain about this Ben-HUR of 2016, not very fair. You should judge the movie by its quality. How can you go wrong when you tell the epic story of Judah Ben-HUR, played by Jack Huston here? He's a Jewish prince, living life, got himself everything, including a cool-ass adopted brother, played by Toby Kebbell, Masala. And those guys are thick. I mean, they're thicker than some real brothers out there. And they support each other. They look after each other. But one day, Masala says, you know what? You cool, Ben-HUR, but your family treats me like I'm shit, man. I'm going somewhere I'm appreciated. I'm gonna go somewhere where I can like rise in the ranks, because ain't shit for me here. Y'all are royalty.
Yeah, he had a big rich person moment. Like, I just want to go travel and just do nothing. You're like,
yeah,
dude, no.
I'm gonna go on a walkabout. Go on my little college. I hope that thing you do in college. Yeah, exactly. Join the army, the Roman army, where I can rise in the ranks and be appreciated with people that have the same beliefs that I do. Well, it turns out that, the Romans happen to be assholes, which makes Masala kind of an asshole by default.
Oh, yeah.
And even though he tries to come back and have that same relationship that they got, it just ain't happening like that, man. The thing is that, hey, Ben-HUR, I love you, brother, but these guys, you know, they're kind of pricks, man. And if you don't let them do what they want to do, then yeah, it's out of my hands, brother. And that's where the conflict comes in. Turns out that it's not as easy to do the wishes that Masala wants, and soon things escalate, and these guys find themselves going after each other. And there's only one way to solve that problem, is either kill each other by hand or do it the cool way. Have a chariot race. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and have a let's look.
Works for Vin Diesel.
Exactly, man. Fast and Furious of the biblical days. Let's go ahead. We family. I'm gonna still kill you, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, because I don't have too many clips for this. They only gave me the shit that everybody wants to see, chariot race stuff.
How long were you a slave?
5 years.
What is your name?
Ben-HUR.
If your brother is the pride of Rome, defeat him and you'll defeat an empire. Then you will have your vengeance.
Are we having fun now, brother? Stand and fight! Stand up now!
Man, they cut that trailer really deceiving to make this look like a big, grand action movie, and this is more of a drama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like this, they got the guitar going and Hans
Yeah.
Zimmer's all in there. Man, it's completely different than when you watch the movie.
So does Jack Huston growl all of his dialogue?
He does. He does. You know what I like about this trailer, right? I still say what you will about how they cut this trailer. I love that fucking horse in this trailer right now. That's where it's like, fuck it, I had enough.
I'm out.
Yeah, move. I got a shit.
Looking like Ron Artest.
Help me. That horse didn't give a fuck. I quit. I've seen the original Ben-HUR. Or not even the original. I've seen the 1959.
The most popular one.
The most popular one. Yeah. And so when I see the movie, I kind of know what to expect. And I know they're cutting it like it's supposed to be an action movie, but that's the part of the story that's, the stories was great besides all the action.
Right.
This whole thing about once a prince being enslaved by your own brother, your brother killing your family, you seeking vengeance.
Right.
Everybody loves that slave that escapes by certain, the unforeseen circumstances.
Sure.
It really is an epic tale outside of just the big set pieces.
Right.
And that's the key word right here. The key word is epic. And I would say that what you see in this movie, if there's any complaints about it, most of the stuff that's a problem with this film, you can see the money is there. You see the costumes. You see the locations, the big set pieces that are there. But it's shot in a way that cheapens everything they're trying to achieve. It's shot in a way where everything is shaky.
Yeah. Dude, there's moments where they're sitting around a table just like this talking, and the camera will just like go down to their shoulder, pop back up to their face, go down to their chest, pop back up. You're like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
The guy's just shaking the whole time like he's got Parkinson's or some shit. It's
Yeah.
weird.
I would even say TV shows do more than what we see in this movie right here. For a movie to have $100 million, y'all can't afford one fucking tripod? That's someone got one on the set. And if not, a Best Buy is right down the fucking street, man.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, like, all right, maybe if they would just sit still in this frame, it would look good. Like, there's a moment where they showed in the trailer where they're fighting in the snow, and like if they took like a moment just to put the camera down, just let it look at what's going on, it would probably look good. But because everything's moving around so much, you're like, well, I can tell there's a snow machine on the other side of this camera. I could tell this fight choreography was done awful.
Yeah, they miss what makes a movie, a historical epic. They don't respect this movie enough to treat it as an epic. Back in the 50s, even the 60s, epic meant fucking what it said, epic. They made sure that you knew how much was spent on this money, not on one or two set pieces, but on everything.
Sure.
Every shot was a sweeping landscape. And if the camera stood still, they made sure that you watched the most beautiful fucking painting that you've ever seen moving on the screen. They knew what epic was. This movie does not understand epic. It's shot in a way that is so jumpy, so handheld. You don't use that much handheld for a fucking historical epic. You don't do that. They don't let the camera stay still long enough for the movie to soak in.
Yeah, like they even had the handheld when Jesus is on the cross.
Oh, really?
So it's just weird. Like you're watching, it looks like you're watching a home video of somebody being crucified.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
Somebody recorded Jesus on the cross. World star.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Basically.
It's like you watching the found footage movie of Jesus being crucified,
Like, oh, okay. The other side of the story.
Yeah, like you waiting for Jesus to be in the corner. I'm so scared. They're coming for me. It's finished. Yeah, it's done. Help me. If it ain't CG, if they got to deal with real people, they do not know what the fuck to do with it.
Man, that's so the opposite of so many other CG heavy movies.
Yeah, when they get into a battle, it looks like the person's fighting with the fucking camera, defending themselves. It's really crazy how they don't know how to film these shots, considering that this is $100 million movie. This is insane to me. When Game of Thrones, an HBO show, and they got fucking 7-8 shows a season, when they do battles better than $100 million fucking budget movie.
Yep.
And this was that kind of thing where the camera's moving around to make you feel like you're there.
Yeah, and if anybody watches Game of Thrones, if you don't even have to, I'm showing you a clip right here. The last season, they had this thing called the Battle of the Bastards on the small fucking screen, on a screen. I was watching this on my laptop, and I felt like I was on the battleground with Jon Snow right there, watching it on my MacBook. I'm watching this movie right here. And I feel like somebody gave a blind man a camera. I'm just following him, trying to get him through the crowd and shit.
Well, no, my favorite thing is I was like, all right, I'm going in this movie thinking it's not going to be that great. Whatever, I'll see what it is. And I was like, you know what? Maybe just to spice things up, I'll get it in D-Box. That was a huge mistake. Oh, no, really? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It was.
That usually makes things better.
That's what you think. But when you're sitting there watching it, you could tell even the person that was doing the D-Box didn't care about it. Because there are moments where the camera's obviously going left and the seat just sits there. And then there's a part where they're going up and down on a horse and the seat just leans right. So you're just sitting there.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Man, it is crazy when the shit is not CG. The cinematographer and the cameraman, they fighting each other. The camera itself, it's like trying to get out of the cameraman's hand.
It's like that horse.
Yeah, like that horse that ran. Like somebody put a GoPro on that fucking horse.
Film this.
Yeah. Where the cameraman at? He quit. Well, just put him on that fucking horse over there. Let him film. Yeah. Oh, got it. Now, Martin, getting to what you were saying. No. Jack Huston, I love Jack Huston on not Game of Thrones, but on Boardwalk Empire. This is the guy who was on Boardwalk Empire. He played a character named Richard on there. He's very good, but and people have been trying to get his career out there in feature films because his grandfather, I think, was John Huston.
Yeah, I think Angelica Huston is his aunt.
Yeah, it kind of have this Hollywood royalty going on, and so they're trying to get him into movies and trying to make him a star, but this is not the right role for him right here. There's something going on with Ben-HUR, the character, where that character is driven by revenge. You need somebody to capture not only the attitude but the physicality of that, and this guy, he can't do it. And maybe it's because of the way he's written for this, maybe it's because he wasn't directed too well, but he is the wrong person to carry this film.
Especially with a big epic like this, and everybody knows Charlton Heston, who's like one of the biggest leading men in the world at the time, and still a legend. And you come to this and you say, oh, they're doing a remake of Ben-HUR. Everybody's like, really? Who's in it?
Well,
Jack Huston.
Jack Huston. Who? Yeah. No, everybody keeps saying Russell Crowe had done something like this.
Yeah.
He would have commanded this shit. Because Russell Crowe, off camera, he going to beat your ass with a phone book.
Right.
But this
seems like the natural person to get for it.
But this boy, he's pretty. And they make him diplomatic. Even you want him to be driven by hatred. But there are times when he stops in the movie, he just don't have it. There are times when he thinks, maybe I should just talk about this. He don't it don't feel like
keep your head down and keep rolling.
Yeah. And they wanted a pretty boy for the role. That's what they were thinking. They wanted a handsome guy, and he is. And it's silly too because they know that he's so handsome that they make it ridiculous in the movie. You see him with that scraggly hair right there? He got that scraggly, dirty homeless man hair, and There's a part in the movie where he gets cleaned up for the chariot race with some scissors. And then just with some scissors, he comes out looking like this.
Right.
Motherfucker got an edge up. He got product in his hair. He got gel and shit.
Use those Don Johnson clippers that give you just the right amount of
scruff right there.
5 o'clock shadow.
Yeah, look at him. He's even looking in the mirror like, damn, I did good. Shit. Fuck chariot race. I need to work at a salon.
Well, no, the one thing about this, man, and you said just talking about it being character driven, especially with the old one. I've never seen the old one. But when I walked into this movie, I was so confused because I remember the only face I really recognized was Toby Keith, I think.
Toby
Kebbell.
Toby Keith's a country singer.
Toby, I wish he would have been in this. It probably would have been a little bit more better. But with Toby Kebbell, man, like I saw like, oh, he must be Ben-HUR. Then I get 15 minutes into the movie, it's like, no, he's not. I'm like, oh shit, because they focused on him for like the first 10 minutes. Like he's lusting after his sister, and like he's like, I want to leave. My mother doesn't like me. All this other stuff. So I'm like, oh, like we're gonna sympathize with him. Then he just disappears. I'm like, all right, so where's Ben-HUR at? And they're like, no, this is him. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't think they explain that well.
But the biggest thing with Toby Kebbell, who plays Masala, he's angry. They treating him.
He's
like
angry.
they
look at those pink lips sticking out.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know he has the emotion to carry this. You know he's the Loki in the movie. You know, except they actually do treat him like shit.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the villain. You're like, no, y'all fucking with him, man. You know, yeah. I'd be mad too. I'd be mad and come back and kill everybody too. You know, I'm like, why the fuck y'all adopt me just to like talk shit to me? You know, he's the one. He should have played Ben-HUR. He's the one that could carry a role like Charlton Heston. And that's the thing. Now, let's go ahead and get into the part where we do, because you can't help but compare this to the 1959 original, starting with Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston, y'all can say Charlton Heston overacts all you want to, but when he did, you believe that shit. That motherfucker would sell. Sometimes he sold nothing. He sold sounds. In the original Ben-HUR, that motherfucker was so thirsty, it just made his ass retarded. You know, if you watch the original Ben-HUR, he's overacting like a motherfucker. They ain't even saying shit, but you buy that shit.
Oh, come on.
Wait. No water for him.
Shit just made him goofy. Shit sound like me at the party. Corey, you doing all right? He's like, come on, man, I'll suck your dick. Give me some water. God damn. You know, the thing that they really want to be remembered by is the chariot race. That's one. There's another reason, but that's one of the main reasons why they remade this movie, because they said we could throw money at this and wow people. And I'll tell you the truth, the chariot race is amazing.
Yeah.
The chariot race is incredible.
Even being CG and knowing it's not like practical.
Well, some of it is practical, some of it is CG, but they do a good job. They do a good job at blending all that. But when you watch the original, you start to realize, like, you know what? It's really not a whole lot different. I mean, when I was watching the original, because you can look at it online, you're like, man, it doesn't look like there was that much more money or even CG spent on this back in 1959 than it is today. And you know what? That's cool, because if you watch them at separate times, then okay, you know what? You're not going to notice a whole lot of difference if you watch them at different times. But when you watch them together, I still have to go in and say the original is superior. If you watch them side by side, like I'm going to put them side by side right here and do a comparison. If you look at the two of them, you'll notice something that I was talking about earlier. What they're trying to do here is where the chariot race in 1959 lets you soak in the race. They let you stay on certain shots because they spent so much time and money. I mean, somebody died doing that.
Right.
If you look at the new one, notice how much more cutting that they're doing. Notice how...
A lot more dust, too. Like, you can barely see anything in the new one.
Yeah. Notice how on certain shots here, they linger on certain shots a little bit more. You can see how the other one is just You know, the other one is covered up by a bad score.
Yeah.
It chops all over the place. The other one is meant for people with ADD. You know, this other one right here, that is true filmmaking right there. But a lot of people think, like you did, this is gonna be an action film. Now, the original Ben-HUR was cool because that was about the story outside of that. There was a lot going on to get you to that chariot race.
Right.
And you look forward to it, but you were really into the story. Here, not so much, man. You got actors who cannot carry this. You have you have things that are happening which they just don't feel like the weight of a movie that's supposed to be as heavy or epic as this one. I didn't. I'm not going to say that I was completely bored, but I didn't really have that much of a good time. This is something I wish I was watching at home. You're going to film it like a TV movie? Make it a TV movie. I give it just an average rent.
Okay. Well, the one thing you left out that I thought you were going to bring up is Morgan Freeman as the Technicolor Predator, basically, in this movie. Because he just pops up out of nowhere and is like, I have sage advice. I'm like, oh, Jesus, here we go.
Yeah, with that Predator wig he had
Yeah,
on.
like, was this character in the original one?
But yeah, it was a different person.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
of course.
I hope it wasn't Morgan Freeman.
I know Morgan Freeman's old, but he wasn't in the original movie right there.
He was not aged.
He was
I guess
easy reader back then.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is he wasn't black.
Okay,
so.
yeah. Well, they just call him the African is his name anyway. But he basically came in and played one of his normal roles. He came in and played God. He had a couple smart moments with Pontius Pilate and smart moments with Toby Kebbell. But man, outside of this, when you're saying like you could tell they spent money on it, I couldn't tell that at all with this. With $100 million, some of the costumes look like they ripped them off the set of the Disney Channel. I was like, all right, we need to borrow these. We'll bring them back.
Oh, really? That
Yeah,
bad?
there's a moment where they're and it's near the beginning of the movie, they're having a big festival, and they have on like togas that I've seen better togas at like frat parties. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, why would you do this? The other thing is this story, maybe in the original one, they spent more time with it. They had a strong cast where you believe what's going on, you feel more of the gravity behind the situation. Yeah. This whole time, I didn't feel like there was anything important. Like, I know, what's the name? Melissa? Toby Kebbell?
Toby Kebbell, yeah.
Masala. Like, all right, what's going to happen with this story where he likes his sister or his adopted sister? Maybe something's going to come from that. No, he just goes about it the same way he met a stranger. So you're like, all right, that's a little weird. Another thing is when they get to action scenes, man, you're right. Like, you could tell that if they would have spent time actually choreographing it and planning out the camera and planning out certain aspects of it, it could have been done really well. But it was just so chaotic. You really don't have a chance to focus on what's going on. And then when there's not an action scene, you're saying you didn't get bored by this. I was bored out of my mind watching this. Like,
I'd say I wasn't bored the whole time.
Oh, okay. Well, I was bored when it wasn't either the scenes with Morgan Freeman, or the scenes with the chariot race or the boat scene. Everything else is just, all right, we're gonna go about it until we get to the big things that we know you came to see. I would not recommend anybody to rent this at all. This is some old bullshit to me, bro. This was not a pleasurable film to watch, and I'm watching it while the seat's moving. I almost fell asleep.
Damn, I think those critics you read were him.
Yeah, I know. From what I can tell, Christians are cheap.
That was another reason why I feel like this was some old bullshit to me, man. Because what was the movie we saw? It was a faith-based movie we saw this February.
With the Romans and Jesus.
And it was done better in that.
That's what I was going to ask you.
The thing y'all need to learn is Christians, they're fine. They'll pay for some shit that costs about $5 to make. They're
like horror movie fans.
Yeah, exactly. For these faith-based movies, make them cheap, man. You don't need to be trying to like spend $100 million. Y'all trying to do what Exodus did and made the mistake. Y'all trying to you're getting greedy. You're trying to get like faith-based people in, but you're trying to get the mainstream people in too with those big effects. And hey, look, those two cancel each other out.
Somebody's trying to hit that sweet spot.
and that's another thing. They ain't gonna go see no Mexican Jesus. They got a dude. they got a dude here who's clearly Mexican.
Jesus,
who played. Yeah, they got a dude who plays Jesus in here. Who Rodrigo Santoro, who actually comes out.
Oh, yeah, he was Xerxes from 300.
Yeah, and he comes out and he even tells people, I am Jesus. It's like, come on, man.
Bro, you are Brazilian.
Come on. Yeah,
oh, does he really?
Yeah, hello. Hola, I am Jesus.
And the way they go about it is, it's him, but they don't really say it until 20 minutes later after you've already seen him. You're like, man, why are you prolonging this?
They actually got Jesus over there working on a house like a real Mexican does and shit. Yeah. No, not this movie. He was a Mexican. So a car came up and picked his ass up. Wait a minute in this movie,
Threw
here, man.
oranges into it in a chariot and kept going.
Yeah,
Grabbed it from Hummus Depot.
that shit that doesn't work right there. I didn't think it was as bad as he did, but like I said, you can't. I can't argue with you.
No,
either.
I mean, it's really surprising, especially because since you've seen the old one, I thought, all right, maybe you have a little bit more insight into it.
Yeah,
But apparently,
No. I ain't gonna look. I'm not gonna be responsible for sending y'all over there. Y'all sitting in the theater talking about looking like
that was me at the end of this movie.
that was Corey Goodwin right there. All right,
D-Box too, huh?
Yeah, there was an old lady sitting in D-Box next to me, and she fell asleep. Yeah, there were 8 people when I walked into that theater. When I walked out, it was 4.
Nobody walked out this shit.
Yes, they did, and there was a couple of critics that we usually go and see films with, and they were in there, and they stayed, and I stayed. But there were people who was like, man, what the hell what did we pay for? They walked out right after the boat scene. They're like, all right, I'm good.
I like the way y'all.
That's an hour in.
They
by
didn't
the
stick
way.
around for the chariot scene?
Nope.
Damn.
They dipped.
I like the way y'all fell asleep in y'all's D-Box seat. Y'all probably looking like this dude right here.
I wish I could have got to the movie more.
He's on the ground sleeping.
I think that seat was the only thing keeping me awake. I literally blame all that seat.
That's all right. The chariot race is going to turn around. You'll see.
That's what I thought. Oh, buddy.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.